Welcome to Truth Uncovered. Today, you're about to enter a realm of human psychology that most men never even touch. This is not just another dating tip video, not some recycled advice from pickup artists or charm coaches. What we're about to unlock together are the three most forbidden, overlooked, and dangerously effective compliments you can give a woman. And no, it's not "you're beautiful," not "I love your eyes," not "you have a great smile." These don't work anymore. They're background noise. She's heard them so many times that they've lost all value, like fake gold that shines but carries no weight. But what I'm going to share with you today, these compliments dig straight into her subconscious. They bypass her ego and go straight to her emotions, where true attraction is born, not surface-level flattery, but emotional ignition. And if you misuse them, you could trigger an emotional bond she wasn't ready for, an obsession even you can't control. So buckle up. Over the next few minutes, I'll reveal the exact language that makes a woman feel seen, rare, and unforgettable, all while staying grounded in stoic masculine control. Let's begin with the deadly mistake almost every man makes. The fatal compliment mistake most men make. Here's the raw truth. Most men use compliments as a transaction. They think, if I say something nice, she'll like me more. Wrong. That mindset screams neediness, validation-seeking, and weak masculine frame, and women, on a primal level, are repelled by it. You see, compliments should never be about pleasing her ego. They should be about activating her emotions. Her emotions are the gatekeepers of desire. If you don't trigger them, you're just background noise in her life. Let's break this down. Have you ever heard a guy tell a woman, "You look amazing"? "I love your smile." "You're so pretty." Sure, it sounds sweet, maybe even polite. But guess what? It's forgettable. Why? Because it requires zero awareness, zero effort, zero originality. She's heard it from her boss, her coworker, the guy at the cafe, and every guy on Instagram. So when you say it, you're just adding to the pile. But when you say something that reflects observation, thoughtfulness, and emotional awareness, you break the pattern. You shock the system. You activate something far more powerful than her vanity. You activate her emotional circuitry. That's how you plant a seed that grows in her mind long after you're gone. Now, let's begin. Forbidden compliment. Number 1. There's something about the way you think. It's different. This compliment flips attraction on its head. You're not complimenting her body. You're not complimenting her appearance. You're complimenting her mind. Why does this work so well? Because women, whether they admit it or not, live in a world where they're constantly objectified. Complimenting her thoughts instead of her looks disrupts that pattern. It's like walking into a storm and standing still while everyone else runs. It grabs attention. But here's the twist. You're not even being specific. There's something about the way you think. It's different. It's vague. It's mysterious. It lingers. And that's exactly what makes it powerful. The psychology. The Zeigarnik effect. This taps into a psychological phenomenon known as the Zeigarnik effect, the tendency of the human brain to remember unfinished business. You've just opened a loop in her mind. You didn't tell her what is different. You made her wonder. That itch in her brain? That's you. She'll replay the conversation. She'll think about what you meant. What did he see in me that no one else does? This isn't about feeding her ego. It's about creating mental space for you to live rent-free in her thoughts. Here's how you use it. Let her speak. Let her share a thought, a dream, or even a sarcastic observation. Then lean in slightly. Lock eyes. Lower your voice just a bit and say, "There's something about the way you think. It's different." Then stop talking. Let her react. She might look confused or intrigued. If she says, "What do you mean?" just smile slowly and say, "I'll tell you later." Then change the subject. That moment, right there, is when you become unforgettable. Forbidden compliment number 2. You make people around you feel alive. This is not about how she looks. This is about the effect she has on the world around her. And that is rare. Because while every man is telling her you're hot, you're sexy, you're saying, you bring energy, you create light, you make people feel something. This taps into one of the deepest human needs, the need for significance, Maslow's hierarchy. Every woman, no matter how confident she seems, wants to know she matters, that she's more than pretty, that her presence changes the air in a room. When you say this, you're not complimenting a moment. You're acknowledging her impact. You're saying, I see something in you that goes beyond the surface. You affect people. That makes you different. That makes you rare. And by extension, it makes you the source of her most powerful self-perception. Because humans mirror their self-worth from how others see them. You just gave her a mirror that reflects value. And she will keep coming back to you to feel it again. Now picture this. She's comparing your compliment, you make people feel alive, to the last guy who said, you're hot. Who do you think she's thinking about before bed? Forbidden compliment number 3. I don't think you even realize how rare you are. And that fascinates me. This one high is nuclear. It's the compliment that gets burned into her memory. It goes past attraction, past attention. It taps into the soul-level desire to be irreplaceable. Let me ask you something. When was the last time someone made her feel unique? Not beautiful, not smart, not interesting, but rare. This compliment tells her that she's a scarce resource, and psychology tells us that scarcity creates desire. Scarcity bias. What's rare becomes valuable. When you say, I don't think you even realize how rare you are, you've created a subtle emotional challenge. She now feels the need to prove you right, to show you that your insight isn't just flattery, it's accurate. And because it's paired with the phrase, and that fascinates me, you're positioning yourself as someone who's curious, intrigued, pulled into her orbit, but not chasing. There's power in that balance. You're not needy. You're not obsessed, you're fascinated. And fascination makes people unforgettable. A Stoic warning. Handle these compliments like fire. These are not compliments for the weak. They are not weapons for casual games. They are psychological triggers that spark emotional depth, curiosity, longing, and connection. If you use them without intention, you risk creating emotional attachment in a woman who may fall for a version of you that even you haven't fully owned yet. So stay grounded. The Stoic man doesn't compliment to receive validation. He compliments to reflect truth, to inspire growth, and to reward emotional resonance. Use these compliments not to manipulate, but to express a level of masculine awareness that 99% of men never reach. Recap. The 3 compliments that trigger emotional attraction. Let's recap what you've learned. There's something about the way you think. It's different, sparks curiosity, triggers the Zeigarnik effect, makes you memorable. You make people around you feel alive, speaks to identity and impact, taps into the human need for significance, creates emotional connection, not just desire. I don't think you even realize how rare you are, and that fascinates me. Creates scarcity, triggers desire to prove worth, burns your presence into her memory. Each one isn't just a compliment. It's a seed that grows over time. Used wisely, they can spark obsession. Used carelessly, they can create chaos. Want to take this further? If you truly want to understand how attraction grows, not just in a moment but over time, then you must master the concept of compounding attraction. It's the hidden force behind magnetic charisma, deep loyalty, and long-term power in relationships. Click the next video right now where I break down how compounding works in attraction, business, status, and Stoic masculinity. This has been Truth Uncovered. I'll see you there.